Hello, and welcome back to Kentucky Route Zero TV edition, where we're going to jump into Act 4, Scene 9, The Echo River. And I'm going to do so angrily because in the last episode, they took Conway. Also, it's maybe not a good idea that I'm playing this today because my throat hurts a little bit. I met a photographer once. I mean, one in particular. She even took my portrait. I can't imagine why. She said it would immortalize me. That was a metaphor, of course. She meant I'd never be forgotten. And she was disembarking. Not far from here, actually. The film fell out of her bag and was borne away by the current. I was working on deck at the time. She shot me a sad, apologetic glance, but I wasn't bothered. It's no shame to be forgotten. Act 4, scene whatever that said. Silo of Late Reflections. Oh, that's right. We were going to the silo. But yeah, I just really want to finish this game, you know? What's this place like? Dogwood Drive. It's in a small town, or? I really don't know. I've got the manifest the old man had in his truck. Here. Lysette's Antiques, mail order delivery, no return address, shipping address, 5 Dogwood Drive, packing list, and then it's just numbers. I guess the inventory numbers of the antiques he was supposed to be delivering. Anyway, I'm glad you're coming with us. Oh, that's right. Because they took Conway, Shannon said that she was going to complete the delivery for him, or at least I said that. Yes, I'm always eager to see more of the country, and I enjoy the company. I'll have to find a bus or a train to get on to Nashville by evening. Well, they have buses everywhere, right? Or, hey, I could drive you to Nashville. Seems I have a truck now. Only, how are we going to get it up these stairs? That's quite a staircase. Is there another route? A tunnel or something? No way out but up. I guess we could wait for the mammoth to come back around and take us a little further down, but that won't be until late afternoon. Looks like we're making the rest of this trip on foot. Is it safe to just leave the truck here? Sure. I don't think anyone but us could get it started again. All right, Cricket, let's get this delivery packed and tied into bundles. We're hiking it upstairs. What's in there? Antiques, I guess. Antiques? Yeah, antiques are... It's like junk, but people will pay for it. Oh. Sorry, I guess you'll be taking the bus after all. It's okay. It'll be an adventure. Tired? Don't worry, lady. We're almost there. How did you know my name? This is very interesting. Can I go now? Yes. Oh. Oh no, they're moving on their own. Okay. God, and just the visuals in this game, everything about this game. This is by far one of my favorite games of all time. If not, possibly my favorite game of all time. End of Act 4. Oh, perfect. So this is all we've got left. We've got Un Pueblo de Nada, and then Act 5, and then I think that's it for the game. Or I guess whatever that scribbly, scrabbly, schmoobity boobity there is. Un Pueblo de Nada. Oh, boy. Okay. I'm not late, am I? Who is this person? Late for... Oh, sorry, I'm Maya. Right, the traveling artist. Welcome. I'm Emily. I, work here. Great. Rita says you're the producer? Oh, did she? I guess so. I do a little bit of everything. Yeah, I know the feeling. You weren't around earlier with the lunch thing? No, I don't live in town. I just come in to work on the station. Really? That's quite a hike, isn't it? I know some shortcuts. Oh, okay. I should make sure she's comfortable. So I think this is the TV station that just kind of went defunct and got flooded or whatever. So, do you... No, I'm fine, thanks. I'll just find somewhere to perch until you folks are ready. I've got a lot to digest. Mentally, I mean. Well, and it was a big lunch. But I spent most of the afternoon examining the mounds. Oh, the burial mounds? Yeah, that's why I came down here, to see them up close and make some sketches. They're amazing, right? They make me uncomfortable, to be honest. It seems kind of weird to build a town in a graveyard. Sure, every town has a graveyard, but usually the town comes first. Okay, I'll check if Rita's ready. You can just hang out back here somewhere. We'll let you know when it's time to come on set. Great, thanks for having me. You too. I mean, you know what I mean. Ugh, why am I so awkward with visitors here? Just used to seeing the same 12 people day in and day out, I guess. I should have given Maya an accent or something to differentiate between the two. Ooh. I'm not used to the perspective being this up close to the characters. That's another thing about this game is just, it changes all the time. At least the floor is staying dry. My left boot has a hole. I hope the neighbors are okay. Ben and Bob working on a project. What? What? Why are these weird symbols popping up? Do those represent them? Looks like the ceiling is holding up okay, just the usual leaks. Miss you, Cross-Eye. Bizarre. Okay. Interesting. Time to start the show. Not yet. Not yet. I want to keep looking around. Oh, James left a patch wired up on the image processor. Slow-mo crow, keeping an eye on the control board. It's an actual crow. The video databank. That's so cool. God, I love the style of this game. Oh, right. Cyrano's here to help with the weather report. This. Looks like I just made it before the sky broke open. All right, I think I saw everything, so... Why do I have, like, a cup, though? Oh, I can actually click on it. Maybe there'll be time to play with it after the show. Oh. Keep up with the good work, Mo. I wasn't clicking on anything. Let's do that now. It used to be on the other side of the room, and the couch was in this corner. Even the blinking eye when I click, you know what I mean? Like, these developers really put so much care into this game. Elmo gets a lot more into it when he has some noise to vibe on. Alright. If it gets any worse, we might be stuck in town tonight. We found that radio in the woods a week or two ago. I cleaned the circuits with rubbing alcohol and left it in the sun. Seemed like it was working okay again, so why are they taking it apart? Maybe it did evil. Okay, let's start the show, I guess. Okay, ready when you are. How's it look outside? Gross. Yeah, well, I'm not surprised. Saturn is in retrograde. What does that even mean? Yep. Think it'll let up? I guess we'll see what Elmo says. My poor tomatoes. Okay, in 3, 2... Hi, it's Rita. This is your evening broadcast, 8192. Wow, it's really raining out there. Damn, I can hear it from here. We have a few leaks. Put some pots and bowls underneath them. Thanks, Ron, for lending us your extra pots and bowls. I hope you had a good day despite the weather, although it was really nice earlier, right? I had a good day today. I met a new friend. She's going to join us in about a minute or so. Maybe you saw her earlier around lunch, or if you didn't meet her, then you'll meet her in a minute. Or if you met her already, but you still want to hang out, I'm sure there's plenty that we can talk about. Wow, so this is the 8192, is that right, Emily? What is she talking about? That's a lot of broadcasts. I came in around the 5s, so I've only been around for half of them. And back then, in the 5s, let's see, we had... I did night noise, and we had the swap show and the bird show, and people were just coming in and dropping off tapes all the time, and now, well, now it's just the evening broadcast. But it's not like... I'm not saying we're in decline or anything like that. I love the evening broadcast. I think it was the first show we had on here. It was the first show not produced by the power company. It was the first community show, yeah. Those empty, humming shots of trees and glowing-eyed animals. Before that, it was just security footage from the woods. Yeah, so it's the spine of the station. Or maybe it's the heart. Or is it the skin? What part of the WEVP body do you think this is? Why don't you come on by and tell us about it? We're going to be here for another 30 minutes or so. Or if you don't want to brave the storm, you can always give us a call. Same number as always, 270-216-5556. Okay, so we're going to start with the tape. This is an old one. It's one of mine, but maybe you haven't seen it. Or if you've seen it, it's been a while, so maybe you've forgotten. Shit. What? She asked me to cue her tape, unpayable de nada. Where is it? I don't know. It's probably still shelved. I'll find it. Ron silently mouths a thank you. All right. Let's go on in here. Let's check this out. I didn't understand what the hell was happening at first because it didn't sound like Rita was introducing a show. It sounded like she just started rambling. I was like, what's going on here? Okay. Emily scans the shelf of videotapes. Oh, what's this? Emily pulls out an unlabeled tape. Impossible to say. Not much tape in there, though. Old bumpers? Someone should come in here and label all these. We should put this all in chronological order. Although, I guess it's hard to remember sometimes, the order of things. And some of these tapes were made at the same time. Or we started one video, then started another in the middle, and then came back later, and... time is out of joint. It's like sweeping a beach. Oh, wait a minute. Ron said he'd start filing the old stuff by language, so... Favorite tires, that's English. Disagreeable birds, also English. The zone, that's in Japanese. Fiesta salvaje, getting warmer. Un pueblo de nada, aha! What would you all do without me? Wow, I don't like how you came out of there and just like looked right in her face. I'll cue up Rita's tape now. Here you go, Mo. Hold off on playing this until Rita's done setting it up. Thanks, babe. I like my style. Also, I don't know how to use my cup. Some people that lived here a long time ago, before the company town, before the airstrip, like over 100 years ago. Okay, so I hope you enjoy it. Ready, Emily? All right. Did they cue it up?
Llegaron de Florida. Antes de eso, de algún lugar en América Central. Pero ninguno de los que llegaron aquí habían vivido en América Central. La comunidad se reconstruyó a sí misma, persona por persona, en los años entre medio. El pueblo construyó docenas de estructuras durante su tiempo aquí. La única de esas estructuras todavía en pie es la que llamamos el databank de video, la cual construyeron con el propósito de ser una biblioteca. Pero hasta ese edificio ha sido modificado y reparado extensamente. Probablemente ninguna de las estructuras presentes son originales.
This is cool. Have you seen it before? I should say something nice. Yeah, it's something else. You don't sound convinced. That's not a bad way to learn about history, though. She did a lot of research for this tape. The people of nothing. We still have a few of those worn-out notebooks they left. I guess that guy from the university took the rest. What did he say he was working on? Oh, right. The Archive of Utopian Thought. Some big preservation project, I guess. So now the people of nothing are on a shelf somewhere. And here, on this tape. It is history, right? Or is it just a story? It seems kind of sad now. I guess it's kind of a memorial. Those are always sad. Memorial to the people who used to live here. Or is there even a difference? Although, now the tape is just here on a shelf. Every once in a while we dust it off and it shuffles around the airwaves again, like an old dog. Sorry, did I say something wrong? Oh no! I'm sorry, I just have some weird shit going on in my head tonight. You know what I mean? Sure, it's okay. Sorry, I spaced out. Don't worry about it. You should... Oh, should I go sit? Yeah, it's almost over. Guys, if any of you speak Spanish, you can let me know what some of that was. I would appreciate it. So, where are you staying tonight? Here in town. Oh, good. Yeah. Even before the storm came in, I thought it'd be nice to get some rest before the long hike back to the highway. Ron offered his loft? What? He said I could sleep in his loft. Oh, honey, he's talking about his barn. Ron, nobody wants to sleep in your barn. Ron shrugs. It's not haunted. But it is haunted. Bob got some pretty clear voices there on his tape recorder. He wanted to have a seance, but couldn't round up enough brave souls to go all the way around the table. Yeah, you know, I'm one of those people where I wouldn't say that I necessarily believe in spirits and such, or at least in the way that they're usually depicted in the media. That said, I don't fuck with stuff like seances and whatnot, so I wouldn't participate either. You'll stay at my place. Oh, thanks. With that storm coming, I should probably find somewhere to stay out here tonight. Well, I guess the loft is free if I dare. Do you need anything? Actually, do you have an extra toothbrush? It'd be nice to sleep under the stars. I think I do, actually. Yeah. Oh my god, I've been in the woods, you know. Right. I actually used a twig this morning. I kind of chewed up one end. I think that's what they used to do in like ancient India or whatever. They used to chew on stuff like cinnamon bark to keep bacteria at bay and clean out their teeth. You know, something like that. Maybe I made that up. You never know with me. No stars tonight, though. I've done that. Really? I'm disappointed. I thought I invented it. Even better, you can chew on some pine needles. It really freshens your breath. I mean, it's not perfect. Wow, that's roughing it. Just close your eyes and pretend, I guess. Right, exactly. And even then, it's just not the same as real toothpaste. Do they know we're rolling? Emila waves to Rita. Oh, okay. Hi, so I hope you enjoyed that video. And like I said, that was from, like, several years old. I can't remember exactly. I enjoyed it very much. Oh, thank you, Maya. What's next? I brought in a tape. Oh, okay. You good? All queued up. I'm gonna check on the boys. All right. I'm assuming you mean them. What the hell are they doing? Ben and Bob are seated on the couch, poking at the electronic innards of a radio. So then it won't mute while it scans between stations. Okay, that's where they live, right? No, you just want that constant static noise. Right, the noise. That's where they live. They don't live anywhere, dude. They're ghosts. Okay, why does it matter where you tune the radio? It's like soil in your garden. You need rich soil, right? Mashed up, rotted leaves and stuff. Like compost. Oh, hey, how's the show? Just a normal night. Good, always fun to have a guest. Holdovers from the company town. Like that guy who used to do the titles for the Aunt Connie broadcasts. Why is he still here? An act of penance? That's our little town. Stragglers, weirdos, and ghost hunters. The radio crackles as it scans rapidly across the spectrum. Snippets of voices mixed with colored noise and unfamiliar interference patterns. Did you hear that? That was definitely a voice from beyond the grave. Sounded like, I clearly heard dogwood in there. Oh shit, are they listening to Shannon and them? Yeah, kinda. Sounded more like frogwood to me. What the hell is frogwood? Man, I don't tell the ghost what to say. Did you hear that, Emily? I didn't hear anything. I should play along, though. They've been working on this for a while. Could have been either one, yeah? I guess it doesn't matter. The ghost voices don't really come out until you play back the recording later. They only exist in recordings, like a copy without an original. A mirror reflecting something that isn't in the room. Eerie. Like the mounds. The burial mounds here in town? You think they're haunted? No. Or... sure, probably. But I meant they're like the reflection. The people who made them lived hundreds of years ago. The whole society is long gone, and now we just have these lingering echoes without any trace of context. Yeah, that is kind of eerie. So the ghosts speak and we can't hear it, but the tape recorder can hear it? Is that right? Like, I would really be doing very distinct voices for all these characters. I just can't today. My throat is just not in it to win it. I don't know. Sometimes I think it's more like the recording itself is a ghost. Like, that's what ghosts are. Recordings of events that didn't happen. When something keeps leaving new marks even after it's gone. False memories. Interesting. What? The bowls on the floor are getting full pretty quickly. Wait, is this the night that it flooded? Huh. It's Ron's big moment. So, okay, Ron, anything that you want to tell us about that tape? Everything on that tape was wild. Really? Everything? Wild stuff indeed. Even the horses? Everything on that tape was wild. I used to tell everyone about this donut shop in Sonora. Donut Party. I told everyone they had amazing crullers, trying to convince them to stop there with me anytime we were in the area. But the reason it stuck in my head was the name. I just thought it was funny. Were the horses wild? I thought those were the horses here. Oh, the neighbors? We call the horses here the neighbors. No, I didn't recognize that one. Oh, so when she said I hope the neighbors are all right, she just meant the horses? Okay, interesting. One morning, on our way back after a late gig, just the sun was coming up, Ben and Bob and I found ourselves on 65 by the Sonora exit at prime donut eating hours, so we stopped by. I didn't think there were any wild horses anymore. Really? How could that be? Oh, well, they've all been domesticated. Are the neighbors domesticated? We don't own them, no. They're, feral? It wasn't called Donut Party. It was just called Donuts. I said I thought they changed the name, but why? And then I noticed there was a party supply store across the street. The donuts weren't even very good. But the weird part is, I still fantasize about stopping by the real donut party some morning, then having some of those amazing crullers. In fact, the desire has only grown more intense. Oh, right. In your documentary, you said the people who used to live here had freed their horses. Exactly. But you can free your pet cat, but it won't turn back into a panther. Right. That's a kind of haunting. A kind of ghost, like Ben was saying. But everything is a ghost around here these days. It's a ghost town, with people still living in it, against all reason. Most of the houses are empty. There's always been people here. After the Pueblo de Nada, the community airstrip, then the company town, then WEVP. Wait a minute, is it WEVP as in like electronic voice phenomenon? What about the dogs? Yeah, Ron, was the dog wild? Everything on that tape was wild. Somehow, just as the last group dies out, some new utopian project always finds a way to take hold. What is it about this place? It must be the well. Ooh, what well? I tell you, every single act I play of this game just adds more questions, but it also answers some questions so I don't feel bad about it raising more, you know what I mean? It didn't look wild to me. I guess it's a matter of perspective. Also, I like what they said, because I'm one of those people where I don't take an issue with people having pets and whatnot, but if you were to ask me my opinion, like say I were a god and I could snap my fingers and just make something happen, I feel like we should never have domesticated anything. And I know this is a controversial thing to say, but I feel like the fact that we did is just another way that we asserted our dominance and power over other species. And I feel like, you know, modern day people act like the only way we do that is eating animals because we kill them. But to me, everything that we do to animals is us asserting our dominance as humans, you know? Whether we're putting them to work or we're using them for emotional support or to sniff out bombs or whatever else it is, like to ride on top of or have them pull our carriage. None of these things are things that any of these animals consented to. We just, as the higher species, decided to do it, and so we do it. And so to me, on that level, I don't think any of those things are any different from eating animals, except that I think eating animals is the only natural thing we do. Everything else is just weird human shit. Anyway, moving on. I'm not sure I agree, but now it's time for the weather. Oh, you don't agree with me, Rita? Well, that's fine. We can agree to disagree. Thanks again, Ron. We're hanging on long past our expiration date. Ain't it the truth? Well, the weather should be pretty wild. I can hear it for myself right now. Yeah, it's getting pretty intense out there. Do you get storms like this a lot? More and more. Right, of course. And then, of course, there's the actual ghost. All right, here's Elmo with the weather report, and lucky us, we also have Cyrano Cole, who stopped by to add some drama. Musically. I hear he's going to be at the Rum Colony later tonight if you need a cocktail after a show. So let's go live to Elmo for the weather report. Oh, is Elmo ready? I should make sure the camera's pointed in the right direction. Okay. How do I turn this? Oh, good. Standing water on the floor and a hole in my boot. I know what that's like because I walk everywhere and I wear sneakers. I finally did myself a service and bought some rain covers, and they've been helping me out. You know, it feels really good to be able to walk back and forth to work or wherever else and not just have wet, disgusting feet for the rest of the day. I mean, this already has a camera, so is it just this? What does that say? Roofs are leaking all over town. Elmo and Cyrano are killing this weather report. Flash flooding imminent. Hey. Hey. This is trippy. How did he work out these ratios of oil, water, and dyes? It seems so precise the way he drips them in one little half drop at a time. Oh, that's what that is. That's cool. Must have been a lot of trial and error, just staring at a circle of light on the wall. Drip, drip, drip. Where do you get your supplies, Elmo? Ben has a guy in... Oh, wait, you mean the projection stuff? I mail ordered these candle dyes. This other stuff is just mineral oil, like you can get at the drugstore. The projector, somebody just left it here, man. Incredible. Actually, was that girl who does the pirate video stuff? You know, jamming our signal? Weaver. Yeah, our resident ghost. Ghost, huh? You really think she's dead? Does it matter? Of course it matters. You can't leave a ghost behind until you die, right? Well, that's one way to do it. But have you ever missed someone so bad you felt like they were haunting you? Or been in a relationship with someone where it feels like their ex-lover is always in the room? I see what you mean. Hey, you think she'll get us tonight? It's about time, right? He's right, we're about due. Plus, Saturn's in retrograde. So I hear. Not that she keeps a strict schedule, but it's never longer than a month or two between... Oh, what does Mimi call them? I know they're bad for the general vibe around here, but can I be honest? Emily nods in mock gravity. I kind of like it when she busts in and takes over our signal. It's like a log falling on the road. Reminds you that this all used to be trees. Interventions. That's what Mimi calls it. It's been going on for a couple of years now. Her performances were cool, though. I never saw her, perform, but I heard about it. Oh yeah, I saw her do it a few times. I was into it. That first time she jammed our signal and showed up in our broadcast, I didn't know who she was. She'd already disappeared when I came in and took over her old job. Oh, wait a minute. I don't remember them saying that Weaver worked at the station. Maybe they did. I just remember them saying that periodically she would just broadcast in with that weird thing where she's in the classroom. Again, if you have not been watching this series from the beginning, you really need to, because none of this is going to make sense otherwise. She did lectures, right? Yeah, you could say that. I thought of them as storytelling sessions. She taught for hours and shuffled through slide after slide of shapes, numbers, weird constellations. Who knows what any of it meant? Everyone was so excited and confused, and scared a little. On the defensive. They still are. And this was her projector. Right. I don't know where she got it, though. It still works really well. I got a spare bulb at a resale shop, but I haven't had to use it yet. It's strange. I never think of what she's doing as hostile, really. Sounds like Elmo has the same impression. What happened to the rest of her stuff? I bet her slides are still here in the studio. Maybe with the posters? Sherry has all Weaver's old notebooks, I know that. She keeps them in her archive, you know, the big blue filing cabinet. With the daisies painted on it. Yeah. Anyway, the really hard part to find is these two pieces of glass. They have to be paired very precisely. I had to get these from the clock store over in Glasgow. That's where they came from, clock faces. Thanks for the tips, dude. Anytime, dude. I like that because I call everybody dude. It is not an engendered term for me. I think I've said that before. Ladies are dudes too. Oh my God. Looks like the ceiling panels are swelling a little. Oh boy. This is so cool. Like, I haven't been explaining what they're talking about now because, again, you're not going to understand any of it if you haven't been watching the whole series. But for those of you who have been watching, this is what I like about this game. It's the fact that it introduces stuff, and it introduces it in a way that's so compelling. But then as you progress through the game, the things that were introduced before are given more context. They kind of pop up throughout each one of these acts. So this part is really cool for me because I don't even remember how many acts ago it was, but they talked about the fact that the radio station flooded. So now this is the actual night that happened, and we're getting to see that play out in real time, you know? Back to you, Rita. Thanks, Elmo and Cyrano. So next we have a selection from the video databank. You're gonna like this one, Maya. This one's about caves. Ooh. Yeah, local caves. We play this one a lot. It's pretty cool. I don't know what voice I gave Rita, and I don't care. Oh, but we have a phone call. Should we get it now or should we wait? We'll get it now. Okay. Rita presses a button on the telephone next to her. Hello, WEVP. Hope you all packed a lunch. Sounds like this is going to be a long one. Guys, I hope you can hear that. Like, I don't want to talk over his voice. That's why I'm not reading it. This should be okay if I wander around a bit. The couch is getting a little damp, but Ben and Bob don't seem to mind. Probably too wrapped up in their project. Bob had some theories about Weaver's broadcasts. He was considering how she might be tapping into our wires here in town. He built a model like a proof of concept. This big metal box you could wire up and use to take over our signal. It actually worked. But the thing needed too much power to run. Even a car battery could only keep it going for a few seconds. Weaver's broadcast just loops and loops, sometimes for hours. Consolidated Power doesn't pay any attention to this town anymore. But they still have us on a strict energy budget. There's no way she's plugged into the grid. Is that really happening? Are we about to get drenched? No leaks back here just yet. The tapes are safe for the moment. I have a bad feeling the situation won't last. Soon I'll be scrounging for a tarp to protect the video databank. Someone, Mimi I think, was tracking Weaver's appearances here. She'd jot down the time and date whenever there was an intervention. Mimi hasn't been by in a few weeks though. When was the last one? Let's see what the notes say. Oh wait, she just wrote times, not dates. Well, that's not very helpful. They're all at night. I guess that's a pattern. Oh, and here's Ron's recipe for mac and cheese. 6 cups of milk? Decadent. Oh man, you gotta make that good bechamel if you want to get that good mac. Hey babe. Did you know Weaver? Ah. Oh, really? Was she nice to you? Well, that's good to hear. You make her sound so normal. Talk to anyone else and it's like she had a second head. One of our little mysteries, like the out-of-towner. Oh, really? Did you know him well? Oh, is she talking about Conway? Wow, I had no idea. It was terrible what happened to him. Right. Justice someday. What a waste. Sad. Well, have fun. I'm gonna see if Jeff is done. Wait, like she can't be talking about Conway. I mean, I know this game is a bit timey-wimey, but you know, if this happened in the past, she couldn't be talking about Conway unless everything is just looping on itself. But she might be talking about somebody else. Oh my God, he's still going. Ron's asleep. Oh shit, the line's dead. The phone lines are such a mess up here. Hello? Was that the storm or was it the damn phone lines? Man, they're really flaky. Ugh, business as usual. He has a really soothing voice. That's Jeff. He's a regular caller. He's asleep. Maya indicates Ron, who has fallen asleep in his chair. Oh, well, now let him sleep. Okay, well, let's play the tape. This is cave art. It's a classic around here. I'm excited. Looks like Mo's got this one all queued up. Way to go, Mo. I should make small talk. So, what did you think of, the burial mounds? So, if Weaver's a ghost, by some agreed-upon definition of mechanics, that means WEVP TV is haunted. Should we be doing something about that? Beautiful. I've seen some very similar ones up in Ohio, actually. Oh, really? Aren't you supposed to, like, have an exorcism or something? I mean, you can't just leave a place haunted. That would be negligence. Or worn away by weather. But it's remarkable how... I'd miss her, though. Could be even older. That's amazing. I guess there are good ghosts and bad ghosts, like spiders. Good in the garden, bad in the shower. But I think it's important to keep them in the ground, you know? Oh, definitely. A loud crashing noise from outside wakes Ron up. What the hell? What was that? I'll check it out. Yikes. Should we go help? Oh, no. Oh, the tape is over. What did you think? That was great. Oh, shit. Yeah, I like that one. That sounded pretty close. Oh no, is the power out or just the lights? I don't know, I'll take a look. Maybe a fuse blew on a relay or something? Some scared rat chewed a wire. Abandoned ship. Just kidding. Guess I'll take a look around and see if anything's smoking. Incredible how dark it gets in here. I wonder if that weird hum in our wire still shows up when the power is out. Of course, I can't check because the oscilloscope isn't working. That's the thing about real mysteries. You can't even trust your instruments. Feels like feathers. Oop, sorry, Mo. How are you holding up? I know you hate the dark. Holy shit. It's fine, right? Surely it's fine. It's fine. Okay. If the storm just wiped this town off the map, where would everyone go? Would Elmo disappear into the woods or go down to the Echo River and ply his trade there? They have weather down there, right? They do have weather down there. Hope you're not late for your gig, Cyrano. Poor thing, she's soaked. Are you having trouble with... Oh, I spoke too soon. I thought your power was out. Yeah, it just came back on. Weird. Good, though. You made it in this storm. Oh, I'd never miss evening broadcasts. To be honest, it's the only time I get to share my work. Nikki's still carrying a torch for the out-of-towner. Sure, of course. That's great. Wow, it's pouring out there. I think they have some paper towels over by the set. Oh, thank you. Well, ready to go? Ready. Okay, this ceiling... What did it say? This ceiling is falling apart. Doesn't bode well for the roof. I love how this is just getting progressively worse. Some of the studio wiring is in puddles now. That's dangerous, right? Nobody else seems concerned about it. Okay, I'm just gonna pretend I didn't see that. Alright, I guess we just go back to the show. Now we enter the cultural section of tonight's program. Did you fix it? Just came back on its own. It'll just take a second for the equipment to warm back up and we'll be on the air again. Spooky. It's a disaster out there. Neighbor's barn is basically underwater. Wow, so just completely flooded. I passed Ron on the way in. He's going to take a look and see if there's anything he can do. Will they be okay? Ron knows what he's doing. He used to be a firefighter. It's a little bit different though, right? I guess. Nikki hands some wet paper towels to Rita. Oh, thanks. Nikki pulls a journal out of her jacket pocket. I brought my work. Oh, good. Nikki reads her poetry. It's a weekly feature of our broadcast. Oh, great. I look forward to hearing it. Yeah, I just hope that we can keep going. We lost power a little while before, right? Better get started then. To the out-of-towner. What eagle flew you to your final bed? It was not men who brought you there to sleep. The men who left you bloodied then and fled had chosen mud and muddied watered creek. Did wild turkeys gobble, dote and care, and wipe the moss beneath your eyelids clear? Did cardinals pull the twigs out from your hair, and wash your hands and feet, and trim your beard? When wood ducks dressed you in your resting gown, and pigeons fashioned shoes from leaves and bark, who then sewed flowers into a burial crown? The one who made your headdress was a hawk. The men who broke your body, where were they? The vulture stayed home on your funeral day. Emily, look at the monitor. Dude, be quiet. We're live right now. No, we're not. Look. Uh-oh. That's not our broadcast. Damn, there she is. Elmo was right. What's wrong? It's her. Weaver. Oh, really? Tonight? Sorry about this, Maya. What's going on? Local prankster. She jams our signal every once in a while, whenever the stars align. Prankster? Not the word I'd use. Damn, so what do you do about it? Just wait until she's done. We've never been able to stop her from jamming us. We don't even know how she does it. We should be back on in a minute, though, don't worry. Ooh. Whoa. Well, that was the end of Act 4. Oh my goodness. Oh, and you know what? I'm trying to remember now. And I have notes because I took notes throughout this whole game. I decided I wasn't going to try to do any kind of like big explanation essay about the game because I just don't have the time, and it would require so much time and effort to do it well because this game is just so dense. But what I was going to say is that somewhere in my notes, I wrote down the thing that Weaver said. Because in one of the episodes, that's what it felt like. Like she was broadcasting that signal to try to warn people about something that was going to happen. Either that flood, you know, to the station specifically, or just about some greater issue. I don't know. But either way, I'm going to end the episode here. So when we come back, we're going to jump right into Act 5. Oh, boy, I don't know. I just love this. And, you know, if you're enjoying this too, and you want to see the conclusion of this series finally, then go ahead and subscribe to my channel. Support me on Patreon at the $1 tier or higher, and I'll be back very soon with more Kentucky Route Zero.